Hello everyone, welcome to the second edition of the Business Registration Agency series. Okay, so yesterday in the first course we talked about business, talked about how you are going to be able to reserve your names, and by now I know you must have reserved your name. So this second step is the continuation of yesterday's class. So after you reserved the name, the next thing is you have to be checking your email address, the email address you registered with the corporation, okay, to be able to know when they will send you your the approval or disapproval notice of the name. As you can see, I received 2 messages today from them, submission no reply. So name availability search approval, they actually approved the name. Okay, so this is the approved name. And yesterday I also told you that if you have 2 names and you actually needed just one name, your best bet is to use that same name as both the option 1 and option 2, so you'll be able to get the exact name you need. So if that name is disapproved, you can now apply for the second name as both option 1 and option 2, so you can be able to eliminate that possibility of getting the name, the less likable name when you apply. So now that it's been approved, the next thing I need to do is to copy this availability code. Okay, copy this availability code and go and start this registration. So I go to CAC portal. I told you yesterday you need to register. After registration, you apply, you do your name reservation. So I have to sign in. I have many accounts here, and some people want you to register with their own account. Okay, so I'm logging into the account I used for this reservation. Yes, we are in. The next thing, you click on company registration and click on new registration. Okay, once you click on new registration, you have to put the availability code which was sent to your email, right? You put it here, and then that name will be pulled out. Once it's out like this, you click on start registration. Yes, we are in. Your job to get this done is just to fulfill these 6 steps. The first one is the business details. The second one is the particulars of proprietors. The third one is the nature of business. The fourth one is the documents, and then the fifth one is to preview what you filled, and then you make your payment, and that's it. It's as simple as that. So let's start. These informations, I've given you a template where that contains all this information that will be asked in these 6 steps. So all you just need to do is get that template handy and then use it to fill this form. Okay, so you basically fill the commencement date, which you ask your client the date, and commencement date is the date in which he wants to start business. The reason why you need to put this is to know when FIRS you're supposed to, when FIRS will start checking your payments, like due dates for filing your returns. Okay, so you put the state, that's for the company address, the state, the local government area is based, the city, and the address, and if there's any branch you add it, and then click save and continue. Good. The next thing is particulars of proprietors. Now business name is more like a one-man kind of business. Okay, so it is not bad if it's just one proprietor. Like now you're doing business and you just want to professionalize what you're doing, and for people to trust you more and all that, you can decide to register it as a business name, so it can still be only you as a proprietor here. The law allows that. But if it's a company, you need 2 or more directors, but for proprietors, 1 or more, it's okay. Because why we say or more is because it could be a partnership between you and your kids or your wife, okay, or friends, or business partners out there. and then you want to still register it as a business name, then you can put more than one proprietor. So the first thing here is to add individual proprietors. Second one is add corporate proprietors, add minor proprietors. If there are corporate proprietors, like you know that a company is a legal person, which means it can still act as a person. Okay, it can still register a business, it can still sue and be sued. Okay, but there are rules as to how they can operate. Okay, that's why they provided for their column. So if my company now wants to invest into your business, and I say, okay, we want it to be registered, and we also want to be part of this business and be taking, let's say, 40% of the profit of that business. Okay, now in the registration process, since the company is part owner of that business, the company will be added as a proprietor, not me, because my company is different from me. Okay, so if such situation applies, you can add corporate proprietor. Then minors are people, children, people who are below the age of 18. Okay, then the law allows that 18 years is the normal age for being able to deal with the law, but there are circumstances whereby minors are also allowed. Okay, though they cannot do it alone, it must be in conjunction with others who are of legal age. So in this case, the proprietors I'm adding are up to age. Okay, and it's just one person, so I click on add individual proprietor, and this is the form, and all these details are in that template I was giving to you. You just take your time and fill this. I'll just pause this video and fill it. Okay, so I don't make this video too long. Yes, so you input the surname, the first name, as you can see I've added those things, and the other name, then the date of birth. All these things can be found in the client's means of identification, and also in the template I gave to you for the details they are supposed to supply. So the gender, the nationality, if it's a Nigerian you put, if it's a foreigner you put the country of the person, then formal name, if any, for ladies. Okay, this one is for ladies. So formal name is for ladies who are married and they did change of name, so you add it here so that there won't be discrepancy in the ID the person is using. Okay, so then the formal nationality is for people who have dual citizenship. Okay, if you used to be citizen and now you're a Nigerian citizen, you tell us that you used to be a UK citizen, or you've changed your citizenship to Nigeria. Okay, now in the occupation, you put the person's occupation, the phone number, the email address. Make sure these informations are correct so that you don't end up losing something, because some of the data will be sent, like this company email address, I guess, right? Like this contact email address. This email address is where they will send some information, some documents that you need to print. So make sure that they are giving you the right email. Well, if they don't have email, you can create email for them and use it for the purpose of this registration. So the address, and then you choose the type of identification that you're using. Now these are the IDs that are allowed by CAC: international passport, national ID card, driver's license, age declaration, birth certificate, and permanent voter's card. So anyone your clients have, you collect it from them. So I use permanent voter's card. This is a number. You find the number from the ID. Every ID has a number. So you copy that number and put here, save and continue. Boom, that's it. This particular proprietor has been added, and in this case it's just one proprietor that I'm adding here, because it's just one person's business. So if there are more than one proprietor, you click add individual proprietor and do the same thing again for the next proprietor. If there are corporate proprietors, you do the same thing. Minor proprietors, those below 18, you put it here. Okay, so but in my case it's just one person, so I click on continue and go to the next phase. Next phase is on nature of business. So please know that you must enter at least one nature of business to proceed. Nature of business is what this man is into, what this business is all about. Are they into clothing? Are they into general merchandise? Are they into buying and selling of cars? What exactly are they into? If they're into more than one thing, you add them here under the nature of business. So to do that, you click on add nature of business and you select the category. There are like so many categories here of what the business is all about. So you take your time to choose based on what the client told you. You choose which one suits them or which one is close to the activity they are carrying on, because these are not just the only businesses that are about that are in existence, but other businesses might be linked to this kind of business. But if you don't see these ones that you can choose, you can either choose unspecified or other service activities or others. Okay, that's if what the person is into is not related to any of the options mentioned here. Then you also type it here, nature of the business. So I just pause to get this done. Yeah, so I've looked at all the options here and none fits into what this business is all about. So I just choose other service activities. Okay, so the nature of business is consulting, general contracting, and merchandise. So you just couch it in such a way that it will fit into what the client sent to you. Okay, then you click on save. So that nature of business has been added. If you have other nature of business, like if you're someone who is into different things, you can add them here. Like click more, click on add nature of business, and then you add another one. But since I've already captured the mind of the client, so I just go to continue. So the next thing is on the documents. So this document, they're asking you which CAC branch do you want to go for collection. Be very, very careful here, because if you go and post it in Ebonyi State, man, you got to go to Ebonyi State to go and collect it. Post in Anambra, you got to go to Anambra and collect it. So I'm based in Abuja, FCT, so I'll search for FCT headquarters and click on it. Okay, so this is the CAC branch where my certificate will be posted to, and I'll just go there and collect it. So additional certified true copies. Application for registration of business name is 2,000 naira per copy. Certificate of registration is 5,000 naira per copy. Okay, so if there are more than one procurator and they want, remember I said and they want additional copies, you tell them the fees and add it to what you are charging them. Okay, we'll still talk about the issue of pricing at the tail end of the course. So but for now it's just one person, so that original copy they will give you, remember, is you're entitled to the application for a business name. Okay, those the form for the application, and you're entitled to the certificate of registration. Sorry. So remember the application for registration of business, what they will give you is a CTC, certified true copy. So since you already have one and a certificate, that's enough. This is one procurator. But if there are more than one and they all want one, then you can add it here, the quantity that you need, and they will print it and add to the original they are supposed to give to you. But remember to charge your client. Okay, so usually I don't do this. I just collect the originals, the one they gave me, and give to the client. If there are more than one, they should just photocopy and share among themselves. But if they demand for it, I apply, they pay for it. So I click on save and continue. Go to the last stage, right? Second to the last stage. So preview. The preview, you will have a chance to look into everything that you've put here. Make sure that you cross-check it with the information I was given to you to be sure that everything is correct. So classification is business name, commencement dates correct, address correct, nature of business correct, proprietors correct. Okay, check everything. Certified true copy, application for registration of business name, certificate of registration. That's what I'll get from CAC. So presenter, this is me, okay, because I'm using one of my accounts for this. So the next thing is to proceed to payment. When you click on proceed to payment, remember CAC slashed the price for registration of business name to 5,000. Usually used to be 10,000. But this is not what you're charging your client, because this is not all that applies to it. Your internet, your time, the time the fuel you use to go, you fuel your car, you go to CAC to collect the certificate. Sorry, and then the way bill to the client, wherever he or she is. All those things are factored in, and profit, because you're in business to make money. Okay, except you're doing this for yourself. Okay, so usually I cannot tell you how much I charge. If you want me to do the registration for you, you come. I charge you professionally how much I charge people for business and registration. Okay, so and remember, this 5,000 naira registration will end on the 31st of March, except they will extend it again to be bumped up to 10,000 naira. So if you are watching this big video before 31st of March, I'd rather suggest that you rush up and register your business if you have not, for a 50% discount on the price. So next thing, I click on remitter to make my payments. And in the first video, I told you that the bank I use for this is GT Bank, because their OTP comes very fast. But if you have your hardware token, you can use other banks. Well, some of these banks, sometimes when you request for OTP, it takes time for it to come if you're using SMS OTP. So GT is very fast in online transaction. I don't know for other things, but for online transaction, I use my GT Bank. So now this is a remitter page. This is the RRR. That's the remitter retrieval reference number, and this is the beneficiary paying to CAC, and this is the payer's name. Copy this name from my account. Okay, the account you're registering this with, the phone number, the email, just copy it from the account. So remember your email, the email used in opening the account in CAC portal has to be a correct email, because when I pay these documents for the receipt for this payment are going to be sent to that email, and I need to print it because I'll have to pin it together, go to CAC, give to them, so they can give me the original certificate for this registration. Okay, so normal payment method, you can use bank branch. When you click on it, it will show you the RRR, which is what you use to go to bank and pay. You can use internet banking, you can use card, you can use Paga pocket money. So I use card. Why? Like I said in the previous video, we try as much as possible to eliminate expenses so that we can be able to maximize our profit. Now look at it now, the 5,000 naira has been increased to 5,157.50 kobo because of the fee, okay, the remitter fee. You understand? So anything you can do to minimize your expenses so as to maximize your profit. So if you're charging 20,000 naira, you calculate both your time, you calculate both the calls you made, the text you made to land those clients, okay, the fuel you bought for your car, or the transport you used to go to CAC to collect this, and then this fee you're paying. Then you now deduct it and see what actually is your profit. You're charging 100k, if you're charging 200k, there's no limit to what you can charge. It all depends on the price you place on yourself and your knowledge. Okay, so I just fill this. I put this video to fill it because these are sensitive information. Then I click on submit for you to see the payment page. So when I click on submit, the next thing will be to put the OTP. Okay, the OTP is a one-time password. It's either sent to you as a text message, or if you have a hardware token, you press it and get the code and put. So I've received my OTP immediately. Since I'm using GT, I told you GT is very fast. So I put it 276235, and then I click on pay. So what am I paying? I'm paying 5,196.88. So these are including fees. Okay, so boom, so corporate affairs has been paid. Money has been deducted from my account. Payment has been made. So it will take me back to the portal. The next thing would be to print the documents, okay, for signing. So this is it, 5,000 naira. This RRR, this is the status is paid. This is when I made the payment, and this is what I paid for. So view company registration. Click on view company registration. That's it. So when you are in this page, the next thing you need to do is to click on documents. You click on documents, you click on this application form for business name. This form, contains the details you filled in. Okay, so you click on it to download it. And when you download it, you print it. After printing, you take it to the proprietor to sign. There are ways of signing. The person could either sign with his or her initials, or you can sign with his original original signature. Okay, it's not always good to use initials, because most of them, when you use it for them, they deny that. Okay, and some banks do not accept initials when opening bank accounts. Okay, so the best thing is find a way to send this document to them and let them sign and send it back to you. But if the person is far, like the person is outside the country, because this document needs to be original, okay, you can decide to use initials for the person. The person just explains to the bank why registering. It's still a valid form of signature, initials. Like if I'm Babi Joshua Kenechukwu, I use UJK and double cross on it. Okay, so that this is the form. This video is taking long because I'm explaining. So usually this thing doesn't take me, the whole process doesn't take me 10 minutes to complete. Okay, so these are the information I put in. What you need to do in this form is to print it. When you print it, you see this place, you're going to attach the passport photograph of the proprietor. Okay, it's in the template I gave to you. It's going to sign and it's going to date it. Okay, after doing that, the next thing is particulars of corporate proprietor. There's no corporate proprietor here, so you're not filling anything here. You're not filling anything here, so everything is okay. Now then here you need to do the commissioner for oath, notary or notary public. Okay, after the proprietor must have signed, he signed two places, here and here. For commissioner for oath, you can go to the court to stamp on this, you understand, or go to any CAC office closest to you. You see people who who do this business there that are into notary public, that will notarize this document for you. But on a general note, for business name, most people do not do this commissioner for oath thing. They just submit and they accept it. Don't know why that is like that, but if it is for companies, if you don't notarize it, they are not going to accept it. They are going to query the document. Okay, so that's exactly what you will do in the next stage. Just to print this document, sign, give to the proprietor to sign, and attach the passport here and date it. After doing that, you now upload back, which is what we will do in the next video. So for now, take the form to the proprietor for signing. Okay, print and take it to the proprietor for signing, and see you in the next video. Have fun.